What's on, guys? We're back with a brand new video. In today's video we're going to go over who will win the Brownlow at the end of the 2021 regular season. Now, this does not mean the top 5 players in the AFL. This is based on what situation this player is in, the players that could be stealing votes off them, and that's pretty much the factors I'm putting into it, and some other factors between, but depending on what players I have in here. So it does not mean that whoever wins the Brownlow is necessarily the best player in the AFL. I know this is a very disliked topic for some fans, but Nat Fyfe in his 2019 year, I personally don't reckon he was the best player that year. Like Paddy Crips was an absolute superstar, and I feel like that was the year that he should have won his. Obviously, he should have won his Brownlow medal, but I think that could just be my opinion, but that's just how I saw that 2019 year. And the only reason I don't think he won it is because his team only won like 2 or 3 games or something like that in 2019. And yeah, so without further ado, before we get into this video, make sure to drop a like on this video. Let's try to get to like 30 likes or something. That's the goal I want to try to hit for every single video. And also subscribe, because we're on that road to 400 subscribers. We're closing in on 350, which is absolutely amazing. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So at number 5, we've got one of the best players in the AFL, which is Patrick Dangerfield. And why I have him so low, people probably are questioning it, is because of his ability. Like I reckon he might spend a little bit more time forward this year, which obviously he won't play as much forward as he did in previous years, simply because they've got Jeremy Cameron down there now, and the only reason he ever had to push so much forward was because of people like double, triple teaming, just jumping at Hawkins, and that's how they'll beat Geelong. So I still reckon he will push like probably a 60-40, 70-30 split from the midfield to the forward line. And other factors is why, spoiler alert, I don't have Bontempelli in this top 5, because of the same reason I'm about to mention about Dangerfield, is they've got so many midfielders in their team. Like they've got Duncan, Guthrie, Selwood, Meningola. I'm missing other pieces like Parfitt, Higgins. I'm missing so many midfielders in that list, and I've already named so many, and I feel like that's like they'll still vote off Dangerfield, and that's what will stop him from going anywhere near the Brownlow. I still reckon he'll finish in the top 5, but that's what's going to stop him from actually winning the whole thing. At number 4, I got Patrick Crips, and this is just a bit an iffy one for me about Patrick Crips, because obviously I have full confidence in Carlton that they'll win enough games to have Crips to be able to win the Brownlow. But the only thing that's really holding me back from like putting him in the top 3 is, first off, his performance in 2020, and I know everyone's going to say he had his shoulder injured, but even before that shoulder injury, I still wasn't having huge faith in how Crips was playing. He was having a bit of a down year, and I know he was getting tagged a lot, but that's just going to come when you have when any great midfielder gets tagged. It's how you play through it. I think the game that really exposed how to play against Patrick Crips was that game against the Saints when Jack Steele tagged him a little. Like he did tag him a little bit, but he was just playing off him and just absolutely dominating him, which pretty much exposed how to play against Patrick Crips. All you need to do is just put someone on him that can win the ball, and it pretty much just ruined him. So that's a bit of a weakness that I see. But and he needs to have the ability to hit the scoreboard, because every great midfielder has the ability to hit the scoreboard, and his goal kicking accuracy has been a very big problem in his game for a long time now. It's because he's so big. He's the tallest midfielder in the game, and usually tall players aren't the greatest kicks, but he needs to improve that if one day he actually wants to win a Brownlow. And next up at number 3, I do have Kieran Batty, and this man had actually a breakout year, pretty much back half of 2019, but then put together a full season in 2020 where he like main strength almost was like, I reckon this man currently is the closest man to Dustin Martin in the AFL. His ability to push forward and kick goals is just absolutely ridiculous. Like that game where he single-handedly bet St Kilda when they had like that Aboriginal game at Darwin, that was absolutely insane. And that ability just puts him in like just this elite conversation, and his ability to grab a decent amount in the footy. I know he doesn't get the most touches in the world, but all his touches are damaging. His kicking sometimes is a bit iffy, but most times he has the ability to hit targets and influence the game. Now, I have another a bit iffy with Christian Petrarca is that I don't know if he'll be able to run out a full 20-minute quarter game. And you're probably thinking, well, how come he did his endurance so good in 2020? Well, it's because the games are shorter. Like there were 16-minute quarters. They only played 17 games, so that's a bit iffy. I know people are going to call me an idiot, but if like Chris Petrarca comes out and looks unfit and all this, and he can't run in a full game, come back to this video and I just told you this was what's going to happen. But there's also another thing that can happen. I just said that, and he'll come out and win the Brownlow hands down, and he'll be the most fittest player in the AFL. So there's two ways I can go here, but I actually don't have any. I'm a bit of like, I don't know, a bit scared about if Christian Petrarca will be able to run out a full game. But I guess only time will tell. We've not seen this elite time of Christian Petrarca with a 20-minute quarters yet, so it's only times will tell with Christian Petrarca. And number 2, we got the reigning Brownlow medalist, which is Lachie Neale. Now, Lachie Neale will pretty much do everything that he did in 2020, and he pretty much repeated again. I don't expect him to have too big of a fall off. I think he'll keep up his same, same work ethic and all that stuff during the season. He might take a little bit of a back foot, because usually once a midfielder wins a Brownlow, they just focus on finals. So I don't really know if Lachie Neale would do that. I know that continuing, and this man becomes an absolute ball magnet when there's 20-minute quarters. Like I think last year he got like 47 touches or something in a game, which is absolutely ridiculous. The only thing that I reckon holds him back is voters fatigue. Like I don't know, it's very, very rare for people to win back-to-back Brownlows. I think the last back-to-back Brownlow medalist was Robert Harvey. So that could be holding him back. To be honest, I don't really have another reason why I have Lachie Neale at 2. Like he could easily win it again. And I'm just a bit hesitant if he'll win back to back, because it's so rare for that to happen. He could easily win it, but I reckon the bloke that's at number 1 just will put that extra amount in to just get over Lachie Neale in the votes. And at number 1, I've got my man Jack Steele. Now this man had an absolute breakout season in 2020. Becoming probably the best two-way midfielder in the competition. And it's very rare to find two-way midfielders these days. Like there's only a few elite ones in the competition right now, like Elliot Yeo, Taylor Adams, and Jack Steele are the 3 that come to mind when I think of two-way midfielders. I could be missing someone, but his ability, and he added another element to his game. This was his first year actually a full-on midfielder. His whole career has been a tagger or a half forward. And this is his first year got unleashed full-time midfielder, and geez did he show it. His ability to kick goals was absolutely ridiculous. I think the only person that kicked more goals in the midfield than him this year, I think, was Dustin Martin. It could be someone else above him, like Christian Petrarca or something, but I'm pretty sure I saw a stat somewhere where he kicked the most goals or something as a midfielder apart from Dustin Martin, which is absolutely ridiculous now that you think about it. And he did become a first-time All-Australian, and I reckon St Kilda will boost up the ladder once again, being in the top 4 conversations, and I feel like that will just give Jack Steele the edge. I feel like it's any of these 5 guys that I mentioned, it could win the Brownlow medal, but I feel like Jack Steele will just have the upper edge, his ability to run 2 ways. He's just an absolute beast. He can gather the footy, and seeing him in 20-minute quarters will be a bit different, because he's obviously a bit of a risk like Christian Petrarca about running a 20-minute quarter game. But you never know what's going to happen, and this is just my top 5, so I want your top 5s in the comments below. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to drop a like on this video if you did enjoy. I absolutely love making videos like this, and if you I heard you guys' comments have just been absolutely amazing. I've been loving reading them, and I want you to comment your top 5, because I'm no expert. I want your top 5. I'll leave what I think about your top 5 under your comment. And yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to drop a like on this video. Let's try to hit like 30 likes, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, because we're close to 350, and let's try to get to 400.